Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray edition of Fatal Attraction. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. You can also find me over Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Movie Guy 365. Okay, Fatal Attraction is here on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, released by Paramount Pictures. It can be found as a slipcover edition, available at your online retailers. Now, when it comes to the film itself, I remember right around when this movie was released. I was about 10, 11 years old, and my parents made a big deal out of it. I personally did not watch it for myself until I was about maybe in my early 20s, and by that time I had seen plenty of films with Glenn Close and Michael Douglas. And this was very interesting, honestly. Of course, you had Michael Douglas, who, I always, liken this one and Basic Instinct as his two thriller, noir type films, and Glenn Close is Glenn Close, legendary. But watching them in this film, it's an unsettling movie. Of course, if this were made today, it would be entirely different and probably not in a good way. But, I think now, in 2022, it's a product of its time. It really is. But I do feel that the performances all around are really strong. Michael Douglas is really good in anything. And once again, Glenn Close, being the legendary actress that she is, this was definitely something different for her. There's a lot of, thriller aspects, and it's a fascinating film to watch. Now, it's not something I personally would watch very often. I think I've only seen it maybe 3 times since the original viewing, but it's still something to go back to, enjoy it, and it's, just one of those movies. But yeah. All right, we're going to talk about the picture quality and the audio in just a moment. But first, let's do a quick unboxing. Okay, we have the 4K Ultra HD slipcover edition of Fatal Attraction. Unfortunately, my slipcover came severely, I would say, damaged. I mean, there's scuff marks all along here. It looks like somebody just scraped it along the sidewalk. Also a little bit on the bottom and down here, and just even on the side of the slip, there's just damage. I mean, this definitely has to go in for a trade. But yeah, but as far as the artwork goes, original artwork, always appreciated. It's just a shame about the condition of the slip. And then we have the back, as I mentioned, the spine, and then interior, pretty much the same. And that's it. Just very basic catalog Paramount artwork. Now let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. Fatal Attraction on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray has a 1:7:8:1 aspect ratio with native 4K resolution, and it is graded with both HDR10 and Dolby Vision. For purposes of this review, I will be discussing the Dolby Vision encode. Supposedly given a 4K remaster, the results on this Ultra HD are, to put it plainly, underwhelming. Film grain is wildly inconsistent. It looks cinematic in one scene, and it looks totally scrubbed away in another. The dreaded hand of DNR has been most definitely applied here, but that's the thing. It's not a blanket application from start to finish. The first 30 or so minutes are the worst offender of it, though the back half of the film, it isn't as prominent, but it's still noticeable depending on the scene. It's as if whoever remastered the film chose specific points in the movie to utilize it, and it makes the finished transfer inconsistent and at times sloppy. As a result, detail enhancement with the 4K resolution is hit or miss. Some close-ups look good with more depth, while others appear waxy and too smooth, losing any semblance of definition. The way Dolby Vision handles the color palette offers subtle upgrades, nothing radical in this area, but noticeable for longtime fans of the film. Whites, which is prominently featured in the movie, are stable and not blown out. Skin tones are natural, and set pieces look slightly more realized. Black levels, unfortunately, are also a bit plagued with issues. Crush is evident quite frequently in several scenes, which is disappointing considering how the movie was shot. The low-level lighting sequences sometimes can appear too elevated, reminding me of early Blu-ray transfers in that regard. Ported over from the existing Blu-ray, Fatal Attraction on 4K sports a Dolby True HD 5.1 audio mix. The soundtrack has always been front-heavy, but it's still disappointing that we did not get an audio upgrade for this release. Very minor ambient effects can be heard once or twice in the rears, most notable when Alex and Ellen are on the roller coaster, but the fronts end up carrying the majority of the film's audio mix. Dialogue is clear through the center with no distortion, and other audio cues show similar results. The low end isn't going to win any awards. It's pretty flat, even when certain moments involving music such as the club sequence should be more assertive, but it's ultimately just basic. For the picture quality, I'm going to give Fatal Attraction on 4K Ultra HD a D-. Unfortunately, the heavy hand of DNR has struck again. The picture suffers from inconsistent quality transfer, and film grain is very hit or miss. This definitely won't be making any positive top 10 lists in the near future. For the audio mix, I'm going to score this one a C-. The Dolby True HD is old hat for those that have had this movie on previous formats. There's nothing flashy about the audio, and in fact, you'd almost be better off listening to the movie through your TV speakers. So that is my review of Fatal Attraction on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. If you're interested still in picking this up on 4K, I will leave an Amazon link in the comments section. If you use it, it really helps out the channel. But if you have the disc already, let me know your thoughts down below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.